up and play all those acoustic guitar chords. And Fender 70th anniversary Esquire 2020 in Lake Placid blue. Some of you might be looking at this beautiful guitar. It's almost like a custom shop. I think it was made kind of with the personal attention. They almost give custom shops. It's a limited edition. But the two areas I wanted to focus on in this little review and play some on it is the 7.25 neck radius and the single pickup, because I think those are two things that people might be considering a little bit more soberly if they decide to pull the trigger on this guitar, because that makes it a little different than a lot of the other tellies. I guess we'll call this a sort of telly that you might be looking at. So I hope you'll consider watching this review of the Fender Esquire as a musical instrument, in particular with the 7.25 neck radius and the single pickup. Well, we're going to start with some old Stones type licks here. And we're going to start with the neck pickup, because I think that was the one that seemed to get kind of overlooked. I actually like the neck pickup. I think it has some kind of preset in it. That's a Tim Shaw pickup, and it's excellent sounding. But, of course, it's a bridge pickup, which means it's going to be pretty bright. That's why the Esquire is so spanky, which people love. But if you want that a little bit mellower tone, which I certainly do a lot of times, this neck pickup, there's no neck pickup, but we'll call that first position there when it's over. We'll call that first position the neck pickup, even though there's no actual neck pickup. I think that Tim Shaw, it's designed somehow with the preset or something. I actually like it. I think it sounds good. And for rhythm, you know, you don't always want to be blasting out a bunch of twangy lead type sounds when you're playing rhythm. So let's try the same kind of a little bit of Stones type music. I'm going to play in the first pickup position, then the second pickup position, the middle, and then the third pickup position. I don't know if it's first, but the one that's over by the bridge, and then we'll use the bridge pickup. So we're going to start with pickup 1. And I'm actually not quite all the way loud. All right, I've got it all the way up. Does that sound 50s or what? Early 60s? I told you once and I told you twice, but you never listen to my advice. Don't try very hard to see what you know it should be easy. Well, this could be the last time. This could be the last time. Maybe the last time. I don't know. I'll tell you that 7.25 radius is great for rhythms. You can just kind of open up and play all those acoustic guitar chords. And, you know, a lot of those Gibsons and things, and even a lot of, you know, I play a lot of acoustic guitar, and a lot of times I just want to play E chords, G chords. Now let's try the second position. Now in the second position, that's sort of a traditional, you know, you got the volume here and you have tone. So let's try it with the tone since we've got the tone here. Let's try the tone a little bit down. That's the tone about maybe halfway. There it is all the way off. And that's not, here it is all the way off. Let's bring it up. Bring it up. See, I actually think you don't want all that treble rhythm necessarily. You want some. Still going. It's getting brighter. Now it's wide open. Okay, that's the middle pickup position, and it's got all the tone and treble. They've got, for 1950s replica, they've got some pretty fancy wiring in it, and which is good because it enables you to have kind of the spankiness of a one pickup bridge pickup guitar, but you do have some options. It's not like you only have one sound. So let's try to turn the tone down a little bit and try that. Workable. I mean, that's a good telly sound. All right, now let's go to the whether that's the third or the first. I'm going to call that the third, the bridge pickup, which is over on this side of the guitar. And there, the treble's really of no use to you because it's just wide open. Let's try it. Here we go. Another one. Let's go to the neck pickup again. The second pickup. Let's maybe, all right. bridge pickup, which is wide open. That's everything you got. Great song. Alice Cooper. They don't write them like that anymore. Top 40 classic rock. It was good enough. It was good enough to go on the radio with the Carpenters, Burt Bacharach, any great music that they were coming out of, and it was also good old Detroit rock and roll. Alice Cooper was great. And let's just try a little more. Let's try some key of G. Let's try some key of G. 69 was cheap old wine. Have a good time. What's your sign? Float up to the roundhouse on a Sunday afternoon. Mott the Hoople. That was the neck pickup. Let's try the middle pickup. 69 was cheap old wine. Have a good time. What's your sign? Float up to the roundhouse on a Sunday afternoon. Let's try the bridge pickup. Now the bridge pickup I would think would be more for lead. I would tend to go for the 1 or 2 position for rhythms like that, but let's try it. Here's wide open. I had the pickups down a little bit on that, actually. Let's leave it where it was. 69 was cheap old wine. Have a good time. What's your sign? Float up to the roundhouse on a Sunday afternoon. 70, we all agree. A Kings Road flat was the place to be. Chelsea girls are the best in the world for company. How about a little F? All right. I'm crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. I turned it down a little bit. I'm crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. Let's go to the middle pickup, and I'm not going to touch any volumes or anything. Here we go. I knew, second position. I'd love you as long as you wanted. And then someday for somebody new. Look how you can play an F with this. That's a great rhythm guitar. Like, I always feel like when I play F chords, just like acoustic guitar F. I don't mean up here. I mean just like acoustic guitar F. On a lot of guitars, you're always kind of too fussy with the intonation, even really good guitars. All right, let's try that bridge pickup. What? I'm crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for trying, and I'm crazy for loving you. All right, let's try some A. Here's neck pick, neck. Let's go wide open. bridge pickup. Fuzz. I'll tell you what, it is a little rock and roll pickups. That's that old, I mean, with the fuzz, that's that old, like MC5, that old. Guitar, but I'll tell you, you get that old. Tell you what, this thing is a great guitar. I think they kind of sold it as a collector's piece that it is. You know, I traded in some kind of just good everyday guitars for this, and I actually didn't end up paying anything for it. And in fact, they owed me some money but you know what? And I think this is one that I'm gonna. I'm pretty old, but when I'm not around, this is someone like my grandson or something is gonna get this, and this is a keeper. This thing's a beast. Now it's vintage, so this is what it was like to play rock and roll in probably 1966 or something. You know, I'll tell you the trade-offs are, it's, you saw me playing lead up here. Some of that really like fast shredding, it's not necessarily, you can do it on this, but boy, oh boy, for those old rock and roll rhythms and sort of those real solid old rock and roll leads, this thing's a beast. It's just an absolute beast. And I love that pickup. I think it gets a lot of music out of it. And it certainly can rock. No doubt about it. I mean, Ted Nugent, Aerosmith, ZZ Top. This thing is well qualified for anything like that. I put some fuzz on it, and it just took off. For rhythm, I think this is a great rhythm guitar. And you can play it for lead, too. You know. I'm really pleased with it. So I do recommend it. You might want to consider picking one up. I wanted to get the burst or the white, and they were already out. So I got the Lake Placid blue, which is fine. Lake Placid blue is actually an old color. I don't think it was one of the original Esquire colors, but it was a color that was commonly used in a lot of old vintage guitars. And I think it ages really, it kind of turns green and does some cool things when that nitro starts to age. So maybe that's why they picked it. But this is great. And that 725.25 radius is great for rhythm. I think it's my best guitar for rhythm. And you know something? Playing those, if you have an electric guitar, you should be able to play a freaking G chord. That's like Eric Clapton on the cover of Slow Hand. He's playing a G chord. You got to be able to play a G chord on your guitar. And there's so many great electric guitars I get, and I want to play a G chord, and it's just never, even like really expensive guitars, and it's never, and I think that's the way those guitars are designed. And a lot of times those guitars might be, you know, a little, you know, you might feel a little more comfortable when you got way up here if you're trying to play really fast. But I like playing G chords and D chords, and that's what this Telecaster is so brilliant at. Leo Fender got it right. That's several of these reviews said. When you play these, you realize Leo Fender deserves to be mentioned with Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, and he left us a great legacy. And this is one of the most important inventions in the history of music, as far as I'm concerned, the Fender Telecaster, because it spawned a lot of other stuff. But it's still, all these years later, this is kind of almost like a clone of it. I think the electronics are a little, I think, souped up, which is good, you know. Like, if I buy a guitar in 2022, you know, if there's some things that can make it better than 1950, I'm not averse to that, so. So I think the pickup's a little more souped up, so you can get a lot of stuff out of that one pickup. But it just makes me want to play like Iggy Pop or like old MC5, you know, that old heavy rock, or like Roy Orbison, old Stones, early '60s Stones, because that's what this thing's great at. Thanks. God bless.